So this would be the project number 18, wherein we're going to do exactly like we have done with the BKPF BCG tables, accounts header and item data. But in this we'll go for few more additions here. Report program to display delivery header and item data. So let me do exactly as I have done it in the 17th program, 17th project, and then we'll do some additional features in the, we'll add some additional features in the 18th program, that is like the messages and all. Okay. So we will take into consideration two tables. As you know, in the latest version, you don't have to mention the the tables. So we can go directly to types begin of st underscore likp, end of st underscore likp. Okay. So in this, like, we'll take couple of fields from likp table. So I'll take, see, these fields are very much similar to what we have in VBAK, VBAP. Okay. So we have this type VBELN underscore. This one we have to get as underscore VL, and rest of all are like type ERNAM only. Type ERZET only. Type ERDAT. Type BZIRK. Okay, so these are the fields that we have from the LIKP. Okay, so we'll go for st underscore LIPS. End of st underscore LIPS. And here we'll add the VBLN underscore type VBL underscore VL is the field. Then we have POSNR, PSTY, POSNR, PSTYB, MATNR, MATWA, and we have these things. So I'll take POSNR, type POSNR, and PSTYB, type PSTYB underscore VL. Then here also underscore VL. Then MATNR, type MATNR. Then you have WRKS, type WRKS. Type WRKS underscore D, because underscore D is there for the data element. Storage location also, we can have the storage location of lgort, type lgort underscore d. So we have these topics, and then we'll go for data it underscore likp, type standard table of st underscore likp, it underscore lips, type standard table of st underscore lips, comma w underscore likp, type st underscore likp, w underscore lips, type st underscore lips. Okay, so in these declaration parts that we have done here, does anyone has any doubt or any clarification is required?
No, sir.
All of you are clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
then we'll go for the select options. Select
Yes, sir.
options, as you know, we will be getting the select options for for giving the user input. For you have to say for, and you can say wa underscore lakp. As you already know, this is just to copy the properties, the length and data type and all. That's it, right? So we'll go for the select up, and we can introduce that basic report events as well. The initialization, and initialization is something which we use it for validation or initializing some values. So I have taken an example where it will work only in initialization, it doesn't work anywhere else. So that is what I have done, but uh, that is about the select options. Now, as we already discussed, by default whenever a select option is created in the backend, there will be already a fields that get created. S underscore vbl and hyphen low is something like say 1000. S underscore VBLN hyphen high is equals to some 10,000, and then S underscore VBLN hyphen sign equal to including, because we can have only two options here. Either you can write I or you can write E. You cannot write anything else. Now then we have to go for S underscore VBLN hyphen option. So these are the only four options that will be by default getting created in the backend. So this one will write BT. BT means between. So as we already know, we can have any number of values. So append s underscore vbln. So this is a basic report event first. In fact, before the initialization, there is another event that is called load of program, which we don't write, it by default gets triggered. Remember, in some interviews, in some client interviews, they'll ask load of program. Do you know any other events, or they'll ask it like this, like, what's the first event that gets triggered even when you're before calling, or is there any other event which is missing? So load of programming, something which we normally don't mention it here because we don't write it in the program at all. It by default, when you execute a program, it gets triggered, that's it. So we'll go ahead with that. Okay, so this is the one we have append. So with this, what will happen here, if we execute this, you will be able to see this 1000 and 10,000 in the default values. So you get this values here. Okay, and you can have multiple selections as well, multiple collections. Multiple means what? I have given this one. Now we can give one more also, right? We can give one more input, and in this, like, I can give this something like say 20,000 to something like 30,000. Okay, and this is also including, I'll keep this is included. So when we do that, we'll have a green color symbol, it will come there. See, the screen has come, right? So it means that something else is there inside. So we'll go for select ranges, and in this we'll get this 1000 to 10,000 and 20,000 to 30,000. We have this. Now once we have done this initialization, we'll go for at selection screen. So at selection screen also is a basic report event only, but that can be used in interactive as well, because in the previous session we have used only the interactive event. We have not used other events in that, but right now we are using the basic report events, and we'll be using the interactive report event as well here. So we'll go for at selection screen. In the at selection screen, we'll go for validations. So what type of validations we do is, even before the program goes to a select statement, even before the program goes to the next screen, we want to check if there is data for this particular values or not. For that, we'll be writing something like select single VBLN into from LIKP into we will create some variable. Okay, so we can get some variable, select single VBLN from LIKP into uh, some value, where VBLN in S underscore VBLN. Okay, it's not select single VBLN. Okay, so we are what we are trying to do is, we are trying to check at least one value is there for that select options or not. If you give a range of 1000 to 5000, at 1000 to 5000, is there at least one value for that range is what we are checking here. So if size sub rc is not equal to 0, means if there is no, I mean, like, if what do we mean by size sub rc not equal to 0 is, if this the past condition, whatever statement we write, if it is successful, it will become 0. If it is not successful, it will be not equal to 0. So end if. So we'll go for message, how to get this messages populated and all these things I'll be explaining you today. So zmsg message A001 of, I'll write the message doesn't work. I'll explain you how to do that and all these things. Messages, how they can be created and all. As of now, you understand that there is a mechanism to populate the message. Okay, there's a mechanism to populate the message. That's what we are doing now. So what are we writing at that selection screen is, if there is no value for that particular data, so you just have to trigger that message. No data for this selection, no data for this selection. This is what we are writing here. Save it, messages back. Okay, once we are done with this, we'll go ahead with, so at selection screen is done. So then we'll go for startup selection. As we discussed earlier, startup selection is before writing the select statements. But if you observe in the past programs, we have not used startup selection at all. But even then, the select statements were working fine, because startup selection by default gets triggered whenever we write select statement. Okay, so when we write a select statement, by default the startup selection event gets triggered. And now we are writing the select statement for the first screen. Okay, for the first screen. So for the first screen, what are the fields that we have here? These are the fields that we have to get in the first field. Okay, first screen. From LIKP into table it underscore LIKP, where VBLN in S underscore VBLN. Okay, so this is the select statement for the first screen. Okay, now we'll write end of selection. End of selection will give you only the output statements as we discussed earlier. It's not mandatory. I mean, end of selection, sorry, not end of page, end of selection. So end of selection, what we'll write is the loop statement, output statement, loop at it underscore likp into w underscore likp, and end loop write w underscore likp hyphen vbln, and all the other fields have to be written. ERNAM, ERDAT, what else we have? BZIRK. Okay, I think I've missed one here. So this is ERZDT. ERZDT is the created time when it was created. Even I was telling you, right? So you can go ahead and check the program when it was created and who created it. Everything can be easily checked here. So I just wanted to show you that because when I was telling you about the assessment, I said you that we are going to check when it was completed and all, right? So it's like we'll go to the system status, and when you go to the system status, you can see when this program was created and when was it last changed. So I mean, like this was program log on when this program was done logged on when we have done it. So you can see all the details of it, like system time. Okay, so you can see all the details, and we also have another some more transactions from where we can see when the program was created, when it was changed, and all these things. I'll explain you that later. Okay, now here this is about the loop statement. Okay, so loop statement, what we are written till here is a program for the first screen only. We have not yet started the program for the second screen. Okay, so first screen is what we have done. So now in this particular initialization and at selection screen, okay, in the initialization and at selection screen, if you have any questions, you ask me. You can ping me in the chat and then I'll explain you that, or you can ask me directly, so that we can go ahead with the next topic. Initialization. Okay, so in this, okay, let me tell you that in this BT we have a lot of other options also. We can write LT lower than, okay, GT greater than, NB not between, and GE greater than or equal to, LE lesser than or equal to, and NE not equal to. So these are all the options that we have at the in the options. We can write these options there, but in the sign we can write only I and E. That's it, nothing else. Okay, so this is about the initialization for initializing the values, and at selection screen for
Excuse me,
validity.
sir.
Yes,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
Sir, like in select single, so why we are using that WA underscore LIKP hyphen VBLN, sir?
Because we want to copy that into this particular thing. So we want to copy this. See, we want to this data, we are picking up at least one record from this, and we want to check at least some data is there or not, and we are storing it into w underscore likp. Whatever might be the value, we are not worried about what is the value. We are worried about whether it was successful, at least one value is there or not. If even one value also, one record also is not there, then this will be failing. So for that we are checking it. So we are taking one single field BBLN, and we are trying to copy it into work area. Okay, and once after that you have to make sure you have to clear the work area, because clear work area, clear W underscore like, because that record will be staying there. So if let's say you have given 1000 to 5000, between 1000 to 5000, let's say we have 1020. For 1020 we have a data, so that will be stored here, means it will become successful. Only one record will be stored, because work area can store only one data, right? So only one record will be stored, and that will be that we have copied into this one.
Sir, explain that if and end if, sir. Look,
Yeah.
message.
Yeah, size RC is something. So size RC is what? It's a system field. Okay, and what's a system field? Which will have default value, and also will have a uh, default value, and default declaration will be the default value. Size RC signifies the success of the previous sentence. So if previous command is successful, then it will become 0. Size RC becomes 0. So we want to check if it is not 0. Size RC is 0 means it's successful. Anything other than 0 is not successful. So we are going to we are testing that. We are checking whether the message class A001 ZXC underscore MSG. So for this we have this particular record. Okay, now size of bars is not equal to 0, then populate the message. This 48th line you just leave it, because the syntax of it and how do we create a messages and all, I am going to explain you later again. Okay, immediately after this program is completed, I'll explain you how to populate the messages, then I will discuss about that. But other than that, this is the concept. Okay, is the concept clear?
Sir, that SVPLN sign is there, no, sir?
Yes.
That I and D, what does it indicate, sir?
Mm,
Sign means is it positive or negative? Like we are checking like that, no, sir? Or
where you are saying line number?
sir, 38, sir. SVPLN sign.
Yes.
Line 38, sir.
Yes. I mean
We are checking it positive.
no,
Yes, sir.
including and excluding.
Uh,
When you have a rate,
okay.
this 2030 to 20,000, 30,000, either we want to include this range or exclude this range.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
So let's say I have done including now, so I'll go for
Yes.
excluding. Okay, so let's do this now.
Yes.
Here I have done including now. Here I've done excluding. Only two things can be written. If you try anything else, it will go into dump. Okay, so we'll just execute this, and if you see
Yes, sir.
this now in this, it will be showing up. Oh, no data. Okay, so for this data, okay, no, it is first checking that condition. The condition.
Yes, sir. Is that yes, condition?
Okay, let me give you something like. Yeah. Okay, so we have select ranges. So this is a select ranges. This is excluding range. It came under the category of excluding range.
Uh,
Okay, so
okay.
what we tell the system is we can say something like that. Don't bring the data only related to this. Rest of all the things you bring it. Okay, that also.
Okay.
Okay. So we have select exclude single values also. Exclude single values, exclude single ranges also is there. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so once it's been done, this is the end of selection. End of selection, we're going to give the we're going to give the output statement. So let us execute this and see now. I think there is no data for this, so we have to give some big range. Oh, no data. We have given an abort message, so abort message actually comes out. So now we have got the first screen, but since we have not written the data for the second screen, that will not come. So we have to, if you click on the first screen, you should go to the second screen. That is not coming here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead with the interactive program. Now we'll start the concept for interactive program. Select options for VBA. Okay, this is at selection screen and startup selection, end of selection. And now to start with the interactive process of this program. Okay, before interactive, we also have to have top of page and end of page. Na? So top of page is for getting the something on the top of the page, and end of the page is for getting something on the end of the page. So we'll go for write WA and okay, write something like you know DXC delivery data, DXC delivery data, and then we can write delivery data, and we can write something. Okay, that's it. So end of page. So I was telling you that if you don't tell to the system where the page ends, system will get confused where to print this end of page. Okay, so let me write here something like page number, comma SYPAG. Okay, so top of page, end of page, and we have this page number SYPAG, and we'll just go for end. Now we have top of page and we have end of page, we have end of selection, and we're going to go ahead with the startup selection, end of selection. Okay, so this is for the main program. This is the still the classical program. So if we execute this, I need to increase this range. Okay, execute this, then you will get only top of page. You will get the top of page here. In fact, like we can also move it to middle or something like that. We can do those things. And if you see, there is no end of page here. I have scrolled till the end, but there is no end of page. Why is it so? Because system does not know where the page ends. Okay, so now we have to tell to the system where the page ends. For that, what we are doing, we are writing here page count is something like 28 of 5. And just normally giving it like this, not page count, line count. Line count is 28 of 5. So when we give this line count, system knows that it has to break the page at 28 lines, and then 5 lines should be space. Okay, so let's activate this and execute it. Now we just go for execute. Oh, I think I have to give it change it to bigger size, otherwise every time I have to change it. So two more zeros are required, I guess. Okay, we have this data now, and we have got this DXC delivery data. So it will come for the every page, and we can see that as per this page, as per this page, we can accommodate more number of lines. So I'll increase the size from 28 to somewhere around 30. 28 to, in fact, like I can make it as something like 35, I guess. So I'll increase that, and then the size also will increase. And if you see, for every page there is a page number at the bottom because we have written in the end of page, and top we got the text because we have written in the top of page. So what we can do here is we can have this, we can have this top of page at somewhere around 20. So what it means is it leaves 20 spaces and types this. Okay, here also I'll give it as 20. And what else I wanted to make the change? Yeah, I want to change the line count, right? So line count will make it as somewhere around 35. Let's say 35 will become more. Okay, let's see. So yeah, 35, and this is how it looks like. Page down. So this is the page 2, and in this way you can adjust the output. And we have also, see, if you observe this, like this I mean, like the top of page has moved 20 lines, 20 spaces this side, right, left, right side. Okay, because we have written the /20, right? Yeah. And if you want to get this SYU line, you can get a SYU line there. Right. SYU line, and how much you want it. SYU line, we want it only for some like 100. Only up to 100 length we want to get this. Then slash SYV line, SYV line. Okay, then there's write DXE. Then after this, slash SYV line, and then slash SYU line of 100. Okay, so let me show you how it looks like actually. So you'll get something like this. Actually, what did I do is, here I keep the slash shouldn't be there. And here also, after this, this V line also, I think we have kept slash. So it should come like a box, Okay, so what I do is just a small change here. I'll change this slash, the slash needs to be removed. And then this again, V line should be in the same line. That's it. So you'll get a box kind of a thing, and you'll get it for every top of page. For every top of page, you'll get it. And if you observe, everywhere this delivery data is coming, which actually we are not expecting. So what we have to do is we have to go back and go to edit. This attributes, whatever we have is delivery data. So this is coming. So if you don't want that to come in the latest version, if you see in the HANA server and all, we'll not be able to get that. So here, what we can do is, instead of this, we just need to give no standard page heading. If you write this, that whatever you are given in the attributes will not come there. So now you will not be able to see that. Okay, I've just written no standard page heading, and then it will be done. Okay. And we can also write that headings for this, as we have done in the previous program. We'll do that here as well, and we can get the headings for this data. And one more thing is, just like we have adjusted the aesthetics in the top of page, we can do the similar thing for the data as well. So for data also we can have this. Data sy vline, then sy vline, then sy uline, and this sy uline should be of how much length, like it should be of something like 100 length. So we have sy uline. Let's see. You'll get the data something like that. So 100, I give the uline value, uline length as 100. So it's becoming too long. We can cut short that one as well. And then last we should get the vertical line here as well at the end. But since it's ending here, it's coming like this. So we have to count approximately. I'll give it as 50. Okay, not 50, somewhere in 60. So I'll give this as 60. So you'll get this, and you have to extend one more line. Means 61. If I make it, I think 61, it'll come exactly like that. So 61. Now you will not have to worry about all these aesthetics in your actual projects, because you will be using the advanced concepts like ALVs, ABAP list views and all, which will everything. These all things will be taken care by the system actually. But this is the basic for our coding, so that's the reason I'm doing it here. So end of selection, again we can have this write statement. You can write text hyphen 001. The text hyphen 001 should be having the exact length of our VBLN. Text 2. This is for the heading, guys. Text 3. Text 4. And text 5. Now we need to check the length of these fields in the output. So we have this LIKP, right? So let's see the LIKP. In this we have this VBL, ERNAM, ERZTT and all this things, right? So according to the length we have to mention this. Yes. So we have text 001. What we will is delivery and length is 10. So we'll give the maximum length as 10 here, and we'll write here delivery. Okay, and then we have this 002. What is 002? ERNAM. It is created by, and the maximum length is 12. 003 and ERZTT entry time entry. Created time. We have this as maximum length is 6. 003 time 6. Okay, now 004 what we have is 004 ERDAT date created on, date is 8/005. So default length will be 10. So created on BZIRK sales district. Did we take BZIRK? Just need to check that. That was the last field, BZIRK, that's it. So let's go for 005 and change that as BZIRK, that's sales district. And what's the length here? Length is 6. Length is 6. So activate this text, and once you come back and activate your program as well and execute, and you'll get the something like this. So I just need to adjust this. Somewhere this is aligned properly, but here if you see the time is actually in, while output it is taking 2 more characters. So you have to give it as 8. This one we have to give it as 10. Then everything else will be adjusted properly. 8 and 10. So we need to go for time, we have to make it as 8, and date we have to make it as 10, because by default it is adding up them. So if we execute, this is all aligned, but the sales district also, sales district have to be one length ahead, one length more than that. Okay, this U line have to be made as 62, and then this last V line should need not be there. Okay, because it's coming twice. Okay, this is properly aligned, but here this length, okay, this one is coming here, that I need to check. So we just need to align them so that it will be properly done. Okay, so I'll do that. Here also it's done properly. So the first value it's coming fine. V line, U line.
So in the loop statement.
Yeah, in the loop I have to check, right? I have to make this a 62, and then last V line should be there. Yeah, 62. Yeah, I think this is done. Yeah, this is done, but there is one extra vertical line is coming after this. This needs to be removed. So I have this V line. Okay, so we have this aligned now. So as I told you earlier, you don't have to always you know calculate and do those things. We just we'll go for ALVs. Everything else will be done by the system, as I told you earlier. Okay, the last line also. Okay, these aesthetics have to be done if at all, if it's a classical report. Okay, so then we have this end of page. Everything is coming fine now, and top of page, end of page. So let's go for the interactiveness now. For making it interactive, the first thing that you have to do is we have to write hide. We have to write the hide statement here. Hide the common field. Hide means we are not hiding. Actually, we are saving in the backend. So we are hiding it from the first table, likap -vbln. So we are hiding it, and based on that we'll be getting the logic, getting the data from the second table. So at line selection, in at line selection we'll write case sy lsind. Lsind is the screen index. Screen index by default will be what? Screen index by default value will be default value. Can anyone say what is the default value of lsind?
0.
0.
0.
0.
So and when we click on the first screen it will become 1. So we're checking the condition when 1, and then we are writing this select statement, select that the second screen fields. We have select these fields. This fields from lips into table it underscore lips, where that field vbln equal to, you can write either equal to symbol or you can write eq, equal to the hidden value. What's the hidden value here? This is the hidden value. I'll just copy from here. This is the hidden value, so we just copy this. So we have this, like we'll go for this, and then so whatever is the hidden value, the hidden value should be the key field which links both the tables. Okay, loop at it underscore li lips into w underscore lips and loop. So we'll go for right, and I'm not giving all this aesthetics. If you have time and if you are interested, you can go for that one also. You can apply the same logic here as well for this wa underscore lips hyphen vdln pysnr pstyv matnr wrks lgort. That's it, right? So these are the fields from the second screen, and then we have to write the end case also. Normally it's a best practice to write, whenever we write case we have to write end case immediately, so that like the loop will be closed. And anyways, in the olden versions we never used to get the error, so it used to go into undefined loops and all. But as of now it's good, like system will tell you if you have forgotten, if you have forgot to write the case in case system will tell you. So this we are writing for the second screen, guys. So once it's been done, we'll activate this. So it's activated now. Now we have to go ahead with so you get this data. And once we click on the first screen on some value, it will take us to the second screen, but we have only one record for that particular selection that I've played. Yesterday, if you have sent BKP or BSCG, we had a lot of item data. So here, for each record, we most of the times will be getting only one item data. Okay, so this is how we are getting the second screen. So this is the program in which we have added the at-line selection event. So to give a clarity, in the yesterday's program, I have not used all the previous events, but here we have also used the previous events and everything is done here.